Today on the UMSU News Desk, the National Day of Action takes over the legislative, and Mark Neufeld goes where no man has gone before. I'm William Jordan.
And I'm Carolina Vasilica, and welcome to the UMSU News Desk. Hundreds of Aboriginal people marched and gathered at the legislature on the National Day of Action, rallying for the Canadian government to give support to the UN Declaration for the Rights of Aboriginal People. With more on that, we go to UMSU correspondent Mark Neufeld, who was on location at the rally.
Hey folks, we're here today representing UMSU at the National Day of Action. We're here today to support our fellow students in bringing awareness to issues in Aboriginal education. The first issue being that of the post-secondary student support program. Currently, it is capped at a 2% increase per year, and with the tuition increases of 5% per year across the board at the University of Manitoba, this actually decreases access for Aboriginal students to education, which has been deemed as a treaty right. The second issue is in regards to the First Nations University of Canada funding. Funding was actually removed for this university, the first university ever in Canada to have their funding taken away. It has currently been reinstated, but only for a year. And we firmly believe here at UMSU that permanent funding needs to be restored for the First Nations University of Canada. So we're here today to support students from across Canada, specifically those in Manitoba, attending the University of Manitoba, trying to increase access to education for Aboriginal students. Thanks for coming out.
And now we show off the places on campus they don't want you to see. Here's Mark Neufeld in a new edition of Secret Spaces.
Okay, so we're here today at the Canadian Wheat Board Grain Storage Research Facility. We've taken you guys to the rooftop of Fletcher Argue. We've taken you to the rooftop of administration. We've taken you to the basement of administration. I thought today, though, we could get more in touch with our agricultural roots, and we could take a journey upwards to the top of this grain elevator. Okay, so the general plan is that we have to go in and talk to the receptionist or someone that's actually in charge here, because I don't actually think that this is a part of the university, but fingers crossed, I'm feeling good. We'll see what happens. I would say, like, hold it low and pretend we're not filming. Oh, like the red light on the front, do you think we could do anything about that? Where is it? Like right there? There's a stairwell over there, but I feel like we're not located where the grain elevator was. Like, we do need to go through there. I really thought there was gonna be like a front desk lady here, you know? Okay, well, this says grain storage research, and that's what the building said, so that's what we want. The quorum. How you guys doing? Good. I was wondering, I'm just trying to find, like, I don't know who I would be talking to, but we do this show on campus where we take students to these, like, unique vantage points that they probably wouldn't get to see most of the time, and we really want to talk to someone about potentially going up to the top of the grain elevator at this building.
That'd be me.
That would be you, sir.
Like, I'm assuming that you don't want to just stop on the roof, you want to go all the way to the top, right?
That would be the hope, yeah, to try to see the downtown skyline.
And when do you want to do this?
If we could do it today, that would be unbelievably amazing.
What time?
We could do it anytime now to 4 o'clock.
Okay,
we've had rooftop access.
Come back at 1 o'clock, because I actually don't have a key for that.
Okay.
The guys just left that have the key.
Okay. 1 o'clock, we'll see you. Okay, what was your name again?
Derek.
Thank you, Derek. Mark.
Okay.
So we just met up with Derek. It was quite a random fluke of greatness. You know, the first guy that we actually run into and we talk to is the man with the keys and the juice to let us in. He told us to come back at 1 o'clock, and we should be privied to the vantage point. Teddy, remember when we were climbing around in here? Huh? 48-hour film festival, we were like, grain elevator, great location for shooting. How would we climb up? Maybe we would go along these beams. And then those guys pulled up in their car and they're like, what are you doing? And we're like, nothing wrong, just looking. Sorry you're not here, Teddy, but you can watch the episode. As you can see, they're researching grain right here. They're tumbling it and turning it. Perhaps it's a dehusking method. I know that this thing shakes and expels grain. It's true story. It's for science. It looks like the thing I used to stack toonies and loonies in when I was a kid to save money, but that's not what this is. It's for research. Ready to go? I'm ready to go.
I hope you have a strap for your camera or somebody to carry it, so you gotta go up one of these things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's up.
Well,
I'll manage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be a hero.
I was gonna say, you know, and we can pass it around.
Yeah, have to pass or something.
You know, like, I don't mind. You know what, you can even let me hold it, I'll do it.
I got it, man.
Okay. All right, moving on up. I feel like we're going into like an industrial treehouse.
Well, man, I realize I gotta use both hands to climb this ladder.
I'll carry the camera. Just like that. We're doing this for you guys.
It's higher.
I believe it. Just make sure it's on really tight.
Well, just when I have to go hand over hand, I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Here's John, the cameraman. Moment of glory. So, I'm feeling like a superstar. I can still remember when we started this 3 weeks ago, and we really truly thought we would be talking about going to that flagpole over there and then showing the top of the parkade off as a joke. But we got up there. And then the next week, when we were gonna go into administration, I thought for sure they're not gonna let us in. They're gonna say no because, well, they're just not gonna be nice to us like that. But they weren't, they let us in. And from over there, we looked over here, and then we came over to the Canadian Wheat Board Grain Storage Facility Research Building, and we talked to Derek. And Derek was kind enough to let us up here with the camera to show you guys what it looks like. Amazing. If you're watching this and you're thinking that there's a spot that you'd like to check out on campus, maybe it's not even elevated, it could be one of the churches, it could be something to do with the sports complex they're building, email me, Mark Neufeld. My email is umsuvision2@umsu.ca, and we'll do what we can to hook you guys up.
And finally, UMSU has a few more job postings on their website, including an executive assistant, answer reps, and more. Check out the website at umsu.ca for more information. Once again, I'm Carolina Vasilica.
And I'm William Jordan. We'll see you next week.